episode for me. Here's going to be that's another enemy villain for real. This is going to be about my enemy Frieza, the worst villain in the Dragon Ball Enemy series show. I'm going to explain this once why it made Frieza as a villain. I want you to listen very carefully because Frieza is not always that good, everyone. He was bad at the entire time in the Dragon Ball Enemy series. So I'll explain this once. Frieza only appears in the Dragon Ball Enemy series shows Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z GT, Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball Heroes, and Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball R&R. And he appears in the Dragon Ball Z movies. Frieza, the reason it made him as a villain because his father, King Cold, made his two sons, Cooler and his younger brother Frieza, as villains for no reason. And Frieza only appears in the Dragon Ball Z movies. Cooler's Revenge, Bardock Father Goku, the plan to eliminate the Super Saiyans, Restoration F, and the Dragon Ball Z movie, Fusion Reborn. Let's start with the Dragon Ball Anime series before we get to the Dragon Ball Anime series, okay? When Frieza was first introduced in Dragon Ball Z Season 1 in the Saiyan Saga, after the Sea Fighters beat Kakarot, Prince Vegeta in the battle on planet Earth, Kakarot learned there was in Dragon Ball Z Season 1 the Saiyan Saga, Frieza was stronger than Prince Vegeta. In the Dragon Ball Z movie, Bardock Father Goku, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie as well, and Dragon Ball Z Season 2. In Dragon Ball Super, the Broly movie, and the Dragon Ball Z Season 2, and Dragon Ball Z movie, Bardock Father Goku, Frieza's ridiculous strong power level was a million. 10 times stronger than the power level of 90,000. He did a lot of bad crimes. He's been forcing my people, the Saiyans, to do bad things, to do his dirty work for him. He was a coward, lazy villain. And if parried by this, when he first showed up in Dragon Ball Z Season 2, the Namek Saga, he lied to the Nikians, he stole the Dragon Balls for no reason. He wiped out the entire Nikian race. On planet Namek, there were more people than the humans. There were 1,000 billion Nikians. From planet Namek, the homeworld, by Kami and Piccolo's father, King Piccolo and Slug, and Nail. And parried by this as well, his henchmen, the Sunbond to the Doya, the Gita Force enemies, have did a lot of bad things too. They've been destroying planets, killing people for no reason, without giving them a warning, threatening people and looking down on people as well. Until later, when Frieza finally reached his final form, when he was fighting the Sea Fighters the entire time, he only used his first form and his second form against Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin and Piccolo against them. And Dragon Ball Z Season 3, the Frieza Saga, before the Gita Force were defeated. And Dragon Ball Super Season 2. And parried by this as well, when Kakarot finally came out of the human chamber, his base form has surpassed Frieza's final form. And he managed to injure Frieza with a Spirit Bomb, but it was still not enough to defeat him because Frieza's final form was more powerful than his second form. And then after Frieza killed Prince Vegeta and Krillin and made Kakarot become the first Super Saiyan. But apparently by this, he couldn't defeat Frieza. Frieza was very injured and begged for mercy, so Kakarot spared him for no reason. Just as Frieza did listen to Kakarot's words to escape from planet Namek, he used his attackers called "You Die by My Hand." He tried to use it to kill Super Saiyan Kakarot and it didn't work. He used the angry Kamehameha to push back Frieza's attack. It damaged Frieza's head. It damaged his rib cage, it says, and blasted his tail and his legs and his arm off. But he was still breathing. Until later in Dragon Ball Z Season 4 in the Trunks Saga, he was defeated later by Prince Vegeta's son, Trunks, King Vegeta and Dr. Broly's grandson. Trunks turned into a Super Saiyan. He defeated Frieza and his father, King Cold, with no hesitation. So that means Trunks is the one that finished by Saiyan race, not Kakarot. Until later in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super GT, Frieza was not on planet Earth anymore. Him and Cell was torturing Kakarot in the underworld until Piccolo helps Kakarot to escape the underworld. Now we get to Dragon Ball Super Season 2. Ah yes, Restoration F of Dragon Ball Super Season 2. Frieza was revived by his own army, the Frieza Force, by the Dragon Balls, and apparently by this, Frieza still haven't changed his evil ways. He did a lot of bad crimes in Dragon Ball Super. He was trained for 4 months to reach his first God form, it's called Golden Frieza. And he was still weaker than Kakarot and Prince Vegeta. He couldn't even beat 2 Super Saiyan Blues. Because he underestimated their power. He was too overconfident and too arrogant and too cocky. Until after Frieza wiped out the human race of Dragon Ball Super Season 2, he killed Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta until Whis used his Angel Staff for the first time, and Kakarot turned back to Super Saiyan Blue and sent Frieza back to the underworld. Until later in Dragon Ball Super Season 8 and Season 9 and 10, Frieza was doing some training to rival Kakarot and Prince Vegeta's power levels. And also by this as well, Frieza wiped out the Universe 9's assassins with his own power. And apparently by this, he's been torturing fighters from other universes, and to turn power in Dragon Ball Super Season 9 and 10. He wasn't even helping our Universe 7 win the turn of power. He was torturing them. And apparently about this as well, in the mangas, Dragon Ball Super, the Granola arc and the Black Frieza arc, Frieza has become Black Frieza, reached his second God form of Black Frieza that rivals Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. He punched Kakarot and Vegeta at the Red Cage only one time to knock them down in the sky. So I think Kakarot and Prince Vegeta will be doing some training in the Black Frieza arc, would find a way to defeat Black Frieza. Until he returned in the manga, the manga called Dragon Ball Super Ultra Vegeta the God Killer. he was trained in the parent power for 10 days to become Black Demon Frieza, and he was still no match for Kakarot and Prince Vegeta. And then he betrayed Vegito after Vegito was trained Frieza. So Vegito killed Frieza in the manga Dragon Ball Super Ultra Vegeta the God Killer. So I think Frieza should not come back. He's the most dangerous, selfish villain in the Dragon Ball anime series show, the Dragon Ball movies, and the Dragon Ball mangas. I'll see you in the next new video. Bye.